Hey guys, today I'm going to jump right in and talk about consistency and productivity in the workplace for women. Now, I've been a business owner for 10 years for a successful events company in southern Spain, and meeting deadlines and being on the go and being on in general is the main part of that job. Like, you're always working under pressure, under stress, people calling you, and it's very go, 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 day in, day out. Now, I remember before I understood about working in alignment with my moon cycle that I got burnout a lot, and I had to get into recovery mode quite a bit. So this is how my life looked. I would have really great energetic weeks. I would be going and being like just killing it, doing amazing. I'm really proud of my workflow, really like waking up early, working late, done. And then there'd be weeks where I was just exhausting myself. I was finding it really hard to have a video call even, or work on site, and my energy just wasn't the same. And I was thinking, what is wrong with me? Like, I'm still young, what's going on? And then this came into my life. This is a Magic of I journal. And they had this whole section on, excuse me, on moon cycles, which is women don't have, which basically explains that women don't have a 24-hour clock or cycle like men do. So men, they wake up, they have this energy, they work throughout the day, they go to bed, and they wake up with the same energy. It's the same day in, day out. Whereas women, we have a 28-day cycle. So we have 4 phases within that cycle, depending on when we're ovulating or when we're on our moon cycle. So, oh my God, this was like a game changer for me when I read this, and how I could apply it to my business. Because basically, when we're bleeding, we are in our most interior reflective state, which means we're not very good at connecting with people, at having meetings, at getting things done. We are way more quiet. We fancy solitude, we fancy self-care, cooking, being at home, being in nature, and just not conversing that much. And in fact, this is when a woman is the most powerful and intuitive. This is when we can really connect with our inner wisdom. And by staying on during this week, this period of time, we are not doing ourselves justice at all. We're not tapping into the power within. So from day 1 to day 7, after you bleed, and from the day you start bleeding till day 7, is your reflective state. This is phase 1. This is when you should be planting your seeds. So if you have a big project coming up, this is where you could be brainstorming about it and just getting a pen and paper out, or just going for long hikes in nature and thinking about it. And then week 2, day 7 to day 14, this is called the dynamic phase. And this is when you can start getting the to-do list done from your reflective state. Just being a bit more organized, so getting things like slowly into action. And then from day 14 to day 21, this is the communicative phase. So this is great for calls, for meetings, for just connecting with others and making a plan, getting things in motion. And then the final week, the final phase of your cycle is from day 21 to day 28, and this is your most creative state. So in alignment with the cycle, this is when your body is basically creating a baby. So if you're not pregnant, this creative energy can go to whatever other project you're doing, whether it be writing a book, or creating and designing an event, or creating a workshop, or in designing a home, anything. This is when your creative energy is like full. So once I learned to work with these 4 phases, I stopped beating myself up when I was feeling really unenergetic, and I stopped being hard on myself. Like, I want to say this and without being mean, but a lot of my gurus and a lot of the people I look to for self-help or productivity or efficiency are men. So, and I love them. Like, honestly, they're great at what they do, and they really inspire me, and they're focused on that. But we are living in a man's world, and I hate to say that, but it is a masculine orientated world. We have men that are high up, that are leaders, so our working day fits into their cycle and not our cycle. And ladies, we're not doing ourselves justice by falling into a cycle that doesn't meet our needs. We're not tapping into our innate superpowers. So what happened for me, as well as not beating myself up, was I changed my whole working schedule. My week isn't the same from week to week anymore. It used to be, but now it's an idea, it's a skeleton version, but I don't follow it, and I don't beat myself up when I don't feel aligned with it. I do my creative work in the creative week. I do a lot of my calls in the week where I'm feeling more communicative. In the reflective week, which is now, I am communicating with you guys, but I've actually hibernated in our second home by the beach to write for my upcoming course on styling. So I'm really tuning in to my cycles more, and I want to do it even more so. I'm still not there, and I still want to learn more about it, because I think it's fascinating when we learn how to connect with our body and use it for what it is. Like, we are magical, and our womb has this energy that we're not tapping into, and we're instead burning ourselves out and trying to keep up with something that doesn't feed us and suit us. So I just wanted to do this little intro to phases and cycles for you ladies, because I know, I have a big community of you out there, and a lot of you are event designers and event planners, and we are in very masculine roles at work where we have to guide and instruct and be a loud, powerful voice and lead. And sometimes it's just not in alignment with how we're feeling. So yeah, let's not be too hard on ourselves. Let's try and connect more with our cycles and with what our body is asking from us, because otherwise we can be consistent and keep up with a masculine cycle, but what it will do to us is make us feel overly tired, overly in recovery mode, when we could actually be flowing and creative and full of ideas. So yeah, try it. Thank you for listening. Get the journal. It's amazing.